Can you use vocal compressors on drums? Of course you can throw any compressor onto practically any source, but today I'm wondering if you can elevate your drum mixes using compressors that were meant for vocals. Here's the list of plugins I'll be using for this, and there's a special one at the bottom I'll get to later in the video. And if you haven't noticed, I'm excluding channel strip or console style plugins because their versatility makes them not really suited for just vocals, but pretty much for everything. I'll be adding these plugins directly to the drum bus, and if they don't fare well there, I'll add them to either the shells bus or the cymbals bus. Either way, they're going to be used. All right, let's start compressing these drums. First plugin up is JST Bus Glue Vocals. Whoa. Yo, these settings aren't bad. I like how it's keeping a lot of the hard transients, and like the release time is letting it bloom a little bit. Next up is Joel Wanasek Bus Glue Vocals. So I don't know what to expect out of this one. This one definitely brings out a lot of the low end. It's very, very rich, and it's almost too much. Like the toms definitely sound so much louder now than they did before. Back off this aggro circuit. I've only got it at 50% mix too. So far, this little, I don't know what, experiment is going very well. All right, next up, Billy Decker. Bus Glue Vocals. Here we go. This plugin I know is not going to do it because I like this plugin, but I never use it because it's so extreme. There's no way to make this sound good. It's doing too much filtering. I feel like this would be pretty okay as like an overheads compressor. Let me try that. Ooh, that one's crazy sounding. It's still pretty weird. It's reacting heavily to the snare drum in those rooms. That one, I put that on the shit list, if you will. The cymbals just feel so disconnected from the shells now. This will not work for drums. Okay, I've been waiting for this one. Gain reduction. Dude, open the plugin and back the mix off to like 9%, and it is already in an incredible parallel drum processor. Holy crap. Yeah, dude. That sounds really pleasant. I 100% would use that on a drum bus in the future. Gain reduction 2. So I'm very curious about how well it's going to perform here. I have no idea what to expect. What the hell? So far, I do not like the way it's treating the high end, but I do like that the body knob is really helping. Like, I can choose the amount of low end that's in there. I can choose the amount of punch that's in those drums. I am liking that about it right now. It's not bad. It's not bad. We're doing CLA-76, baby. Okay, this one better be good. Damn, this FET compressor makes these drums hit still. It feels kind of soft, especially when it comes to the super clicky nature of the kick drum, but it still punches, it still hurts, and it's still controlled. Yeah, the highs, they're pretty smooth. They're pretty tame for the kind of compression I'm giving it right now. Okay, sorry. Best one so far. Howard Benson vocals. Of course it has to be that one. I'm gonna see what the opto compressor sounds like with the drums here. I'm going to turn off everything else. For fun, I might use it all, but for right now, I just want the vocal module. What? Look, it's a little too pushy and thumpy and punchy, but that, I don't think that was supposed to sound that good. You know, of all the plugins that I am using for this little experiment, I honestly did not expect that to work. And part of why it sounded good is probably because I'm not using the auto makeup gain feature. I am doing it on my own. I'm adding 5 dB to it, which is quite a bit, 5.5 actually. And that's probably feeding like the clipper that's on the drum bus, but even still, the compression sounds pretty good. Let me do the EQ too, and I'll run this into the compressor. What the hell? I'm actually impressed. I'm impressed that a vocal plugin made drums sound amazing. Damn. That's all I gotta say about that. This one's not necessarily a vocal compressor, but it is used on vocals quite often, so I can't forget it. And that is CLA-2A. Dude, the CLA-2A is a vibe. It is pushing and pulling on like the right moments. Of course it was good. All right, so I just downloaded the trial for Xbox, and Never used this plugin before. This is literally the first time opening this, so let's see how well it works. Immediately, that is great. Oh, the tube and fed is amazing. Oh my God, that's good. That is good. Here, I'm gonna just go with this space stuff now. It's already proven itself. This is top. This is the top right here. Why is this so good? I have never used Xbox before, and this is killing it. Like, this reverb sounds incredible. It's only the second module. The EQ section is so good. And like the compression algorithms, top tier. Top tier, dude. At the top, Xbox. Next, Howard Benson vocals. After that, Gain Reduction Deluxe. Then CLA-76 BLUEY. Then Joel Wanasek bus glue vocals. Then JST bus glue vocals. And then we're not even going to talk about Gain Reduction 2 or Billy Decker vocals. We're not even going to talk about those. They are not good for drums. After hearing my opinion, I want to know yours. Leave a comment. Which compressor do you think worked the best overall? I know I ranked the channel strip stuff pretty high, but to be honest with you, the compression with those was the easiest to manipulate. Gain Reduction had a great sound, but the sound was beaten by the Opto compressor and Howard Benson vocals, and Xbox was just overall incredible. I like Gain Reduction Deluxe as a vocal compressor. I think it's pretty good. And in this video, I compared it to the CLA-76 BLUEY, and I wanted to know, in context, which of the two was going to be the king. Make sure to like and subscribe. I appreciate you guys watching the video. I'll see you in the next Drastic Truth Experience.